Welcome to This Explainer. You know that feeling when you step on the scale and just feel this massive wave of frustration? Yeah, we've all been there. You might be tracking your meals meticulously, hitting the gym, doing everything literally by the book, but the numbers, they just aren't moving. Well, today, we're investigating a hidden biological saboteur that might actually be undermining all your hard work, the widely ignored connection between sleep and weight gain. So you're eating right, you're exercising, but you're still gaining weight? Honestly, it's maddening. You're putting in all this effort, making the right choices in the kitchen, and staying super active. But if you're doing all that and still failing to see results, there is a missing clue here. And spoiler alert, it might have absolutely nothing to do with your willpower, your diet, or your workout routine. The answer actually lies in what we call the overlooked pillar. Research shows that adults who regularly sleep less than 7 hours a night have a significantly increased risk of gaining weight and developing obesity. We usually focus so heavily on diet and exercise, right? But science shows that consistently sleeping under 7 hours biologically primes us for weight gain. So to solve this mystery, we really need to shift our focus from the kitchen straight to the bedroom. Okay, let's dive into this. Welcome to the Hormone Hijack, where we uncover the biological saboteurs. It's absolutely crucial to figure out exactly how a lack of sleep dictates the way our calories are actually processed. Let's look at the chemistry. When you don't get enough sleep, your body ramps up the production of a hormone called ghrelin. Think of ghrelin as the gas pedal. Actually, scratch that. Let's call it the hunger pedal, because it actively revs up your appetite. And at the exact same time, your body decreases production of leptin, which is essentially your fullness brake. So biologically speaking, poor sleep forces you to mash the hunger pedal right to the floor while completely cutting the brakes. You naturally end up eating way more than your body actually needs. Let me ask you this. Have you ever noticed that after a really terrible night of tossing and turning, you literally never crave a fresh kale salad? No way. Instead, you want sugary drinks, salty chips, heavy comfort foods. Well, this isn't some random lack of willpower. It's a direct biological demand from a fatigued system that is just begging for quick energy. Now, what's really fascinating here is the why behind those intense cravings. It all comes down to your brain's reward centers being completely hijacked. Fatigue literally alters how your brain processes temptation. Suddenly, unhealthy, high-calorie foods seem significantly more rewarding and irresistible. Your tired brain is actively working against your healthy intentions, making that donut look like the ultimate prize. But the problem definitely goes deeper than just an artificially increased appetite. A lack of sleep kicks off a physical chain reaction, a brain and body drain that literally shuts down your internal calorie-burning engines. It works just like a vicious cycle. Step 1 is consistent, poor sleep. That directly leads to step 2, where your body becomes wildly inefficient at processing sugar. It just struggles to manage its fuel. This triggers step 3, a slower, sluggish metabolism. Your internal furnace just isn't burning efficiently anymore. And all of this culminates in step 4, which is increased fat storage. Because your body isn't burning calories effectively, it just defaults to storing them, making weight loss feel basically impossible. And compounding that sluggish metabolism is the inevitable energy crash. You know the feeling. When you're tired, the couch suddenly possesses this irresistible gravitational pull. You skip the gym, you pass on that evening walk, and you end up spending way more time sitting simply because you lack the energy to move. So you're burning fewer calories while simultaneously eating more. It is a perfect storm for rapid weight gain. And we have one final biological suspect, cortisol. You've probably heard of it. It's widely known as the stress hormone. Well, poor sleep acts as a major physical stressor, which directly spikes your cortisol levels. And what do high levels of cortisol do? They are scientifically linked to a heightened appetite and the accumulation of really stubborn belly fat. Over time, this chronic internal stress heavily contributes to weight gain that just will not budge. All right, so we've identified the saboteurs: runaway hunger, hijacked reward centers, a sluggish metabolism, and surging stress hormones. Now it's time for reclaiming your rest. We're moving from the problem straight to the solution. The magic number here is 7 to 9. That is the nightly target adults absolutely need to hit. Getting 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep every single night helps balance those hormones, kill those intense cravings, and properly support a healthy weight management system. Oh, and by the way, if you have teenagers, their growing bodies actually require even more sleep than this. So how do we actually get there? The crucial point is implementing practical habits to fix your sleep. First up, consistency. Try to go to bed and wake up at the exact same time every day. Second, ditch the screens before bed. I know it's hard, but that blue light totally disrupts your sleep signals. Third, limit that late-day caffeine. Fourth, optimize your environment. Make sure your bedroom is quiet, dark, and cool. And finally, try transitioning into sleep with relaxing activities, maybe some reading or a little meditation. Remember, a good night's sleep isn't some luxury. It's a vital, active investment in your health. Which brings us to a final, provocative thought. Is your late-night scrolling actually costing you your overall health? Think about it. When you stay up that extra hour swiping through your phone, you aren't just losing rest. You are actively triggering hunger hormones, slowing down your metabolism, and literally instructing your body to store belly fat. It might be time to reevaluate your nighttime routine and prioritize your rest, because you might just find that the missing piece of your fitness journey isn't found in the gym at all. It's right there under the covers. Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and keep exploring these absolutely crucial connections.